Hi. Sonia here from Creating Future Leaders, and this is a weekly hangout that we do myself, Sonia Harris, and Declan Ryan.
Hey guys.
Hi. So today, I'm really excited because we've got two other people on the panel with us,
Dream team.
Colin and Steve, but we'll do some introductions a bit later. But just to say that today, Declan and I were talking because we often do, because we're accountability partners. We work with each other. Although we've got separate businesses, we're business partners and we work quite closely together, even though we're both in the UK, but we're in different parts of London. And one of the questions that we often get asked is about the blog, and how to set up the blog, why you need a blog, how do you make money blogging. And so that's going to be the main topic tonight. However, what tends to happen when we have these discussions is that we can go off on different tangents depending
Tangents
on
all over the place. This is Tangentopoulos, guys.
But one of the things that we like to do is have a bit of fun as well, because the whole point of actually doing this kind of business, it's not that it's just serious, it's about getting together, having a bit of fun as well, because, we're creating something for ourselves. I mean, just a little bit about me. I actually...
Just about to jump in and say we're jumping ahead of ourselves, not sharing any stories. So you go ahead, go for it, Sonia.
It's just because it's all about storytelling, isn't it? So I've been listening to the audios, I've been listening to the training, and I'm implementing. Okay, so and what I'll say to both Steve and Colin, it'll be really useful if you just give a little bit of your story when you sort of come up and speak. But it's just useful for people.
No.
Yeah, it's just useful for people to get to know us. And this weekly hangout, I send obviously out to our list and to other team members, and it really is about getting to know each other. And so I've been with Empower now for a couple of years, and really I got started online because I was looking for a way to make some extra money. But I was actually with another company, and I was really fed up of the idea yet again of hounding family and friends. I've done that with other companies before and just really harassed out people, and wasn't looking forward to that. I turned to the internet because actually I'd heard that the thing to be doing is blogging, and I was looking and trying to find out, well, okay, how do you blog, and how do you blog and make money? So those were the key words that I was putting into Google, and this particular company kept on coming up, and I've got one of those personality traits where I like to really do some research. So I did some research, and I put the company name in plus the word scam, as you do, and reading everything about it. Then I remembered that my uncle actually said something, I think, about this company. I contacted him via a text message, and he said yes. So I got his link, and I just got started straight away. And really, what impressed me was the training, because what I had decided was, yes, I wanted to blog because I understood that that was the thing to do, but I also wanted to learn how to market online, because I've been doing this home-based business thing for several years and just not getting anywhere, and I wanted to be able to do it properly. So I was really kind of overboard by the quality of the training. And in recent months, Declan and I have been sort of following a particular strategy and getting results. And one of the things I have to say is that when we talk about results, when we talk about our income, we do have to give an income disclaimer, because results aren't typical, because it all depends on what you put in as to what you get out. So
results aren't typical because we're not typical, and you should not be typical too.
Well, we're ordinary people doing extraordinary things, aren't we? But it's possible. Things are possible, but you do have to follow the steps. and this is definitely a system where the information's there. There's support there as well, because one of the things that I was looking for was I wanted to make sure that there was support within the business for me, that there would be mentors there that can guide me, but I don't need anybody holding my hand. Okay, so I've been blogging seriously for the last couple of years, and everything that I've learnt about blogging really has come from the teachings within this company. So I look forward to sharing some of the stuff that I know with you, and I know Declan will as well, and I'm sure the others will share their experiences. And it doesn't matter how young you are to this, there'll be something that you've learnt, and there will be results that you've got. And results don't have to be financial results. You know, the fact that you've just got a blog up, the fact that you've created your first blog post, that's a result, because that's further on than hundreds and thousands of people. You know, the fact that you've got a visitor to your blog, you know, it just shows that you're doing something in the right way. So that's just my little intro, and to just kind of set the scene, I suppose. So I'm just going to give you over to Declan for you to have a little go, Declan.
Yep. Guys, so a little bit about my story. I was a photographer all my life. I worked in the fashion business, and life treated me, you know, reasonably well. Got to travel around the world and that kind of thing. But as it started to move more towards digital, and a lot of colleges started offering very specialised photography courses, fortunately, they were falling prey to something which has always been an issue, but always been on a smaller scale. When somebody comes out of college and when they're starting in photography, you do lots of stuff for free. You offer your stuff for free to the magazines or to the advertising agencies, and for years and years and years, you know, that was fine. We had a kind of a balance off between you know, people that thought it was a glamorous thing to go into would only last for about a year, because then they had to find out that they actually make a living at it. So once digital started and lots of colleges started offering really good quality courses, so the level of photographers that were coming out, all bombarding the magazines with free stuff, so the magazines sort of took a bit of a step back and think, hey, we don't have to pay for this anymore. And so, and so gradually, I just thought, well, I mean, I had several friends that went pretty near bankrupt, and you know, lost studios and that kind of thing. And I just thought I'd look around. My passion has always been photography, but also teaching people. I've had many assistants in my studio during my career, and I didn't actually quite realize why I enjoyed teaching so much. I guess maybe part of it's just in the blood. Both of my grandparents were teachers, and one of the parents of my father's side were teachers as well. So anyway, long story short, I looked around for something else to do, because I could see earnings in photography going down and down, and I didn't want to end up in the same way as I'd seen some of my friends. So I eventually settled on real estate, or estate agency as we call it over here in the UK. And I landed myself a very nice job with a prestigious agency here in London, at the top end of the market. And I got that job basically because the recession hadn't bitten into the top end of the market at that stage. Unfortunately, I was with them for about 3 months before the recession fully hit in, and they started laying people off, and a question of last in, first out kind of thing. And then a whole series of things happened, and I started looking around for something which could actually bring in a bit of time freedom, a residual income element as well, and also just get me out of the situation that I was in. And I, you know, I went into various different businesses, a lot of them unethical, which obviously as soon as we found out about that, then, you know, even regardless of any income you can make, I'm just not going to stay with a business which is either pulling the wool over people's eyes or that kind of thing. And I met a couple of people that I still know today. And one thing went for another. I discovered Empower Network, and I found it to be the most ethical of all the businesses that I've been in. It's based on a step-by-step system of learning. The people that are teaching you through the various courses that you have in Empower Network are absolutely second to none. They're of university, if not higher level, because they're not only teaching you what they know, but they're updating their skills daily because they're doing it. So they do like learn and teach, really. And so that's where we are today. And Sonia and myself teamed up back in February, January, February sort of time, because we just thought going along the classic Napoleon Hill principles of masterminding, and many other writers as well, but Napoleon Hill, I think he deserves the greatest credit for it. We just thought regular masterminding, two heads better than one. We bounce ideas off each other on a regular basis. We're in contact with each other every day, and we just basically function as a team. And so, you know, we're expanding the Dream Team UK so that we can take the amazing message of Tracy Walker all across to you guys here in the UK. And also, I'm sure lots of you in the US will be watching the recording of this later on, those of you that didn't manage to make it onto the Hangout. And that, in a nutshell, is my story. And I'm sticking to it. So, Colin, why don't we switch over to you?
Okay. Do I just click on me, do I?
No, you're live already. We can hear you.
I'm live.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hi to the world. Well, you can see from my label there, I'm Colin Baptiste, and my day job is as a computing lecturer. I teach 16 to 18-year-olds computing, and so they're doing things like Java programming, mathematics, and lots of different IT-related subjects. I love teaching. I'm good at what I do. I love communicating. I'm a member of the Toastmasters Club in the local Croydon area. I love speaking, and it's one of my passions, really. How I got to Empower Network was I was introduced to, actually going back just a few months, really. I was introduced to Juice Plus as a network marketing organisation, and Juice Plus itself is a great product. I still take it. It's really good, but what was lacking was the support and the education in terms of helping me move the business forward and help me to realize the power of network marketing. And then the leader that sponsored me, she left that particular organization. So of course I'm thinking, well, what are we going to do? Well, she actually introduced us to a new organization called Jeunesse, which is the product. I can see people laughing. Which is the instantly ageless products, which gets rid of all the bags under your eyes, all that sort of thing. And I had quite it was quite interesting. My wife and I would put up like a tent, well, not a tent, or we'd have a fair. They had these street fairs, and we'd have a little marquee, and ladies would come in. They'd see a big banner that we had. And I would demonstrate the product to men and women. So we had some good retail success with that, but not the real kind of success I was looking for. So what I did was I started looking at what's the best way of building a network marketing business. So I started searching on that. And what happened was I started getting these videos, finding these videos from a lady called Angela Carter. And she kept popping up everywhere saying, this is how she did it. This is how she got 5 people. She signed 5 people in a week, and rather than 2 people in a month, and which is what I traditionally knew about. and I know some of the leaders in some of the sapphires in Jeunesse. That's what they do. But she was talking about these phenomenal numbers, but she was very real, and her story is very real. And I followed the videos. She had some very good training, and I thought, you know what, this lady can show me how to make this thing work, which is really what I wanted to do. I love what I do as a teacher, but it just about pays the bills, and you know, it's okay, but it's not really doing for me what I really want to do. And so a network marketing business is really the solution for me. So I joined Empower about it's just at the end of July, and I love blogging and taking videos, getting used to doing the videos on the go, and it really is. I've got some good traffic figures coming up now, so I know what I need really to do now is get the leads and get them converted, so I can get some sales. But it's all good. I like you, Declan. I'm very impressed with what Empower offer, the products, the training, the Inner Circle. I listen to Inner Circle every day, every day, because it's always. Sorry?
Part of the 8 core commitments.
But it is indeed. But I mean, the information that they provide in those audios. I mean, these are real people telling
it's
you.
second to none, isn't it?
You know, it's worth the money. It's worth the product, and very, very good, very good.
So that we don't use up all of our hangout on our stories, can we switch over to Steve then now? Because I'm just mindful of we've been spending the last 15 minutes talking about our stories. We'll get it shortened down eventually, but at the moment, go on, Steve.
Can I jump in and just say something very quickly? Just to sort of say about the power of stories. I think one of the things that I'm sure all of us will see when we're listening to the training, and also the Inner Circle training, I know what it does for me is I actually really enjoy listening to people's stories, and the stories is what actually connects you with people.
Yeah,
and I know that we're spending a little bit of time talking about our background, but I think that is really important, because often, I heard what Colin said. You said that Angela, she kept on popping up. She was a real person. She was talking about some results, but one thing that you said is that she was a real person.
Yeah.
And she would have been sharing her results. Those are her stories, and I think that's really important. So one of the things that we will be doing each time we do this hangout is to share our story, because we don't know who's out there. We're speaking to you, and there may be something that you hear from one of us that actually is that little thing that you need that will help you make a decision to get started. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that quickly. And yes, let's get over to our
valuable comment, Sonia.
Pardon?
Valuable comment.
Cool.
Go on, Steve.
Okay. Well, I'll keep mine as briefly as I can. Basically, grew up childhood. I didn't really know what I wanted. I left school in 2000. I was really looking at going into the movie special effects industry. This was during and post Titanic at the time. After a couple of years of college, I dropped out. I was intending to go back, and I ended up being in work full time, as I've been for the last 10 years plus, at my local warehouse. Never really thought about it again or went back. Started around about 2009, 10, something like that. Figuring out there's got to be something better than this, being stuck in a job where you're struggling. So I started looking around. Came across Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Started reading that, things to do with cash flow and getting a business started, things like that. I didn't understand the mind shift change you had to go through though, so that was kind of dragging over a bit. So I went around looking at network marketing once I'd heard about it. Went for a couple of other companies, faffed about. Most of them died or did nothing. I came across Empower when David was starting it up initially, but I didn't really understand it at the time, and that dropped off again. And I've been for a couple of other companies since. One company I did drop off with, I'm back in with because I want to build the business through them, but I am using Empower's tools to help understand and do the marketing for that, if you know what I mean. And that's basically where I'm up to at the moment, really, and I'm trying to use the training where I can, but it's a bit of a juggle trying to do your company's training plus Empower's stuff at the same time, so that's my situation at the moment, really, and I shall be at the next event in Florida shortly.
Good stuff. We have absolutely look forward to seeing you there, mate. Definitely. I think Orlando is going to be quite a spectacular event. If as long as we don't all get ill from the sight of the hotel, but I'm kidding. It's just I think British sort of ideas of taste vary so differently that any American that I've spoken to says, yeah, it's a great hotel, isn't it? Any British person I've spoken to said, oh my God, have you seen the hotel? Yeah. But hey, it's going to be an exciting event, and guys, you know, for those of you that are on the Hangout and just watching it, one of the core commitments that we keep talking about, another of the 8 core commitments is actually to attend the events, and these happen 4 times a year, 3 months apart, and there's a reason for that, because so many things go on a 90-day cycle, and so the next one is a little bit less than 19 days now, and it's in Orlando, Florida. So basically, do whatever you can, hook or by crook, to get there. Because I mean, I've been to 2 events now, and they've just been absolutely riveting. They've been amazing. You get to meet the people that are producing these amazing results firsthand. You get to hear their stories firsthand. It's great when you're watching people on video talking about themselves and talking about where they've come from and what they've done and telling you various strategies. But it's amazingly different when you're actually face-to-face with them. And so it really removes all kinds of, I don't know, us and them out of it, because you're there, you're with them, you're talking, they're sharing their story with you. You can just see that they're ordinary people. They've come from ordinary backgrounds. There's nothing Superman about them, and they're just achieving extraordinary results. And absolutely everybody can achieve these results. This is the thing. A good friend of mine, a South African guy, Dave Reinecker, he actually says there's one thing that we can guarantee you guys, 100% I can give you a cast iron guarantee. Would you like to know what that guarantee is? Well, yeah. I guarantee you 100% in all full legality that if you don't take action, you'll get no results, and that I can guarantee. And you know, the same thing that happens with pretty much anything in life. You've got to be in the game to win it. And one of the things about getting into the game is attending the events. So, yeah, Sonny, would you like to, you know, kick off really about the our discussions about the blog? Is the microphone still there? Oh, there you go.
I need to unmute myself, don't I?
I was just about to say.
Yes, okay, the blog. Now, I think the important thing to say about the blog, but that it's for Empower Network. That's our flagship product. It's called Kalatu, and if I can remember the definition of where that word comes from, I think it's about telling your story. Mm-hmm. And you know, a blog is a great platform for you to actually, if you've got a product or a program to promote, you can do it from there. If you just want to speak out about something that you're passionate about, you can do that there. And I was actually speaking to somebody today about the blog, and I've actually had a few conversations over the last week, and asking me questions about the blog and, you know, what it does and how it can help you. Oh, I've got somebody calling me. I'll have to, in a moment, I'll have to do a Skype message. Yeah, okay, things just happen and throws you off track. Do you want to take over a bit for me, Declan?
I'll take over, yeah.
I'll just
get that. Guys, so just while Sonia takes that, oh, it's still on. It's still on. Has it switched over to me yet? No. Anyway,
Yeah, I can
doesn't
see
matter.
you.
So Sonia switched over to that. Now, guys, we're talking about the Kalatu blog. Now, what's so important about the Kalatu blog? Any business, really, if you look on them, if you look at anything from BBC to CBS to the smallest photography business to financial services businesses to anything, you'll find that the important thing is that they all have blogs. And why do they have blogs? Basically because it keeps the business, it keeps the information fresh, it keeps people, your target audience, engaged in what you're actually offering. So the difference between a static website and a blog is engagement. It also means that you're reaching new people every day, so that you're pulling in more and more people that are interested to find out what you have to offer. You're offering a solution to a certain issue, depending on the market that you're targeting. So as soon as you find out what the issue is that these people are needing a solution to, you can provide that solution. And the best way of doing this is by providing quality content via your blog, via video, via text, via the written word, and to engage your target audience that way. Now, what does this do? Blogging has got the most incredible effect of personalizing you to your target audience. As you're probably aware, people buy from people before they buy the product itself. So if you're pushing yourself forward and you're presenting, this is what this is what I'm offering, this is what the product's all about, these are the people that have been using it, that's just in a nutshell, really, what it is. We could probably talk about blogging till the cows come home, but because there's so many facets of it, and there's so many areas, there's so many ways that you can reach your target audience doing this. And don't forget that the absolute foundations of Kalatu and the blogging platform of Empower Network was based on blogging. Dave Wood, the founder of Empower Network, actually started off the whole business, and he did it through blogging. And all the top leaders have also got to where they are through blogging as well. Now, as part of the Kalatu platform, it is optimized to attract the maximum amount of leads. Google loves blogs. They love high-ranking blogs and high-authority blogs. So what Kalatu has done, and by the way, guys, where does Kalatu come from? It comes from a Native American word, which, going back to what Sonia was saying earlier on, about telling stories. So Kalatu is, don't ask me which tribe it is, but it's a Native American word for telling stories, and that's literally what blogging is. And there's generally, if you're looking to set up a blog, you've got all these different issues, you've got themes, you've got colors, you've got all these bombarding things to try and to set up, and it can be a nightmare. I don't know if any of you guys have actually set up a WordPress blog from scratch. You're going to have a degree in blogdom to set one of these things up. And so what's amazing about Kalatu is that everything is done for you. And so at the very minimum, if you're not, I know that many of you guys are on the call, already have your blogs up and ready. So I'm preaching to the choir there. But for those of you that haven't and that are sitting on the fence and just saying, well, why do I need a blog? Why is it so important? It's because it puts you as a brand. It presents you as being somebody that's trustworthy, and that's how you basically build a brand. So back over to my wonderful sparring partner, Sonia.
Yes. We'll see a new face on the panel. Welcome, Dion. Can you hear us?
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, and I'll just say a little bit more about blogging, and then I'll get Dion to say something about himself, and I know that he's actually got started quite aggressively with doing things on his blog. But I think I couldn't really hear what you started off with, Declan. So if I actually repeat anything from you, my apologies. But
Okay.
one of the things that I was saying to.
Okay, who's got the television up? You'll be chastised.
One of the things that I've been talking about this week is many of us are on Facebook, aren't we? Social media, and social media is great because it's free and we can go on there and we interact. Now, on your Facebook page, and let's talk about Facebook, on your Facebook profile, one of the things that we do a lot is that we share content that we share. People love sharing quotes, love sharing pictures, and now the big thing is sharing videos. Now, why are we able to use a social media platform like Facebook for free? Well, obviously, they have advertising. So on your actual Facebook profile, if you look down the right-hand side, you will see adverts, because obviously people pay to have their ads show up, because we amongst hundreds and thousands of people are on there, and we may click on one of those links and actually opt onto somebody's list, or we will buy something. Okay, so Facebook are already doing that. So what we want to do as online entrepreneurs, as business builders, as business owners, is that the blog is our platform. The blog is like having your own real estate on the internet. That's your home, that's your shop front. And what you want is that you want traffic. You want people to come and visit you on your blog. Now, you know, yes, it's one thing interacting with people on Facebook and sharing your stuff, but the ads that they see are the ads that Facebook have. What you want is when people come over to your blog and they're looking at your content and you're giving them value, once they're there, they're going to have a look around. You know, when I go into a shop, I might go in for one thing, but I will look around to see what's on the other shelves. So when somebody comes onto your page and there's content there that they're interested in, that they will also look at what else is on your page. And things will actually kind of catch their eye, and they may click on something because it's something that talks to them, and then that's a way of actually generating leads. So one of the things that I have been saying to people, and I've had a few discussions this week, just explaining it, is that I'm saying, look, you're sharing content on Facebook. One of the things that you need to be doing, so I'm doing a bit of teaching here, okay? So one of the things about, obviously, when we do these Hangouts, as we're talking about things, we're teaching and training at the same time. So even if you go away and you don't do anything else, if you take this advice, even if you've got a blog already, what you want to be doing when you're interacting on Facebook, you want to be redirecting people back to your blog. Because back on your blog, then you can have banners and things on your actual website, because obviously a blog is a website, except it's a website that you update regularly. Google loves blogs because they're being continually updated, and they send out these little robots to actually sort of check out when you've got new content, and they want that, because Google, what do Google want? Google want people to enter keywords into the search, find something, and actually get their answer. The idea is that they want people to go to a website and get their answer there, so they don't have to go anywhere else. So our blog should be that we're offering a solution to people, so people come, they read our content, they get what they want from us, and they want to keep coming back. And the great thing about Empower Network, and somebody's already mentioned the Inner Circle audios, there's a lot of training there, because a lot of people that are expert at creating content online, expert about driving traffic to that content, expert at converting people that opt in into sales, and there's a process, there's a learning curve there, and often people only have bits of the puzzle. They don't have the whole puzzle. The great thing with, especially when you're all in, and if we haven't mentioned the term all in, well, this is the first time it's been mentioned, and The thing about being all in is that you have the whole suite of products there. You have the whole jigsaw for you to actually build a business, and it doesn't have to be an Empire Network business. As Steve says, he's got a primary business that he's building. It's, you know, you're a customer, so you may be a customer and you just want to use the products for training. You might just want to use a blogging platform to brand yourself, or you're using Empire Network is your vehicle to actually generate an income for you online. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask Dion if he can mute his microphone.
That would be a great idea.
Dion, can you hear me? It's great, isn't it? Dion, could you mute your microphone for us?
No, my battery actually running low.
Yeah. Are you able to mute your microphone? Because if you mute it, then if there's any noise going on in the background, it won't change the screen. Yeah. Although, of course, I'm saying that, but maybe this is a good opportunity to sort of introduce you. Oh, he's disappeared.
Yeah, maybe not.
Are you ready to say a little bit about yourself, Dion? And
Yeah.
And I guess, I mean, how you're finding. You've just got started yourself, haven't you? And what you're enjoying so far.
Yes. My name is Dion Peterson. I started last week. Actually, you as my sponsor, and when I started, I really liked the blogging, the 21-day challenge blogging. But I was working through the others, like setting up my blog and watching videos. What is happening? Why can't I see anything here? Setting up my videos. Oh, it's back. Sorry. Setting up my videos, and I was posting on my blogs as well. And I created, as you know, Sonia, I created another 2 blogs, which you said I only should concentrate on one, which I'm doing. I created landing pages. I created response, get a response, email response. I've got about 2,500 subscribers, which I'm monitored.
Declan muted. Oh, no.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
muted Declan.
How do I unmute him?
I don't know. You did something.
Well, you unmute him, Sonia.
I don't know how to unmute him.
Ah!
You've done something. Did you click on something?
No.
He must have, but
I
think he's...
got muted on my side.
You clicked on something because it said Declan is muted.
But I can't unmute it.
Do you know what you did to mute it in the first place?
Well, it must have gone over a mute thing, because I can't... There we go. Is that back? No, it keeps saying you're muted, Don Peterson, but I can't get him back.
There he is.
There he is.
Okay.
That's it.
That was weird. Well, there you go, guys.
Dion?
Just go show you live. Sorry, my mea culpa, my fault. Go on, Dion. Sorry for interrupting your flow.
Okay. Yes, as I was saying, I was doing my blogging, and I was searching on the internet as well, and I was looking through some videos which I also implemented on my blog, and I've created land pages, I've created the newsletters and all that. I was sending it out, and I did some checks, like some testing on my email response, and then I got an email from, what's her name, Holly. I got an email from Holly, which she said it's working fine, so I need to test it on my side, because what I actually wanted to do is I wanted to create my campaigns. I created 2 campaigns, and I put in my call to action and what's the other one, the sales. And when I did that, I tested it by putting in my email address in, click on the button, and then I went through. So I actually wanted to test it. and that is where Holly actually picked it up, and she sent that my link actually back to me, and I tested it, and it was working fine. But for me, blogging, I really enjoy it. I mean, I know quite a lot more than I did before. So even though I'm a computer technician, networking wasn't one of my strong points. But I do get some valuable information on the internet as well. So that's basically all. If you want to know anything like my personal life or something?
What might be interesting? What might be interesting, Dion, is to why? How did you find Empower Network? So what were you looking for? Why did you make the decision to get started? Really?
Okay. I was on the internet searching for an online marketing business, and which I did one of the the big options. The big options, what's the others? There's a whole lot of them. And you have to start off with $250. So what happened is I did it on a long term, and eventually what happened at the end of my betting, I lost everything. Okay, the whole $300. And I was actually looking for more opportunities for me to get an online business. And so I did some research on that big option software. And I got onto YouTube, and that is where I saw your video, Sonny, your video. And it was about the big option scam, or the binary option scams. And while I was listening to your video, I saw your link. I clicked on it, and I saw the business. Okay, what I did is, and then I do some research on that business, and what I saw there was really captivated me. I actually saw myself, this is something that I can try this. And when I tried it, and 2 days later, I think it's a day or 2 days later, you were talking about, what's his name? Dave Reineke. You said he's from South Africa. I looked up on, Facebook, and I saw Dave on Facebook, and I knew this is definitely something that I can take with me. So that is where I actually started to get interested in Empower Network. So from there on, I'm going strong.
Okay,
Because
that's great.
this is, I can feel it's legitimate, and because I'm talking to you guys, it's
great.
more evidence, yeah.
That's great. I mean, and if you're watching this, one of the things you'll see is that it works in that you get content out there. And Declan and I, there were two main ways that we actually promote our business online. We blog, and one of the core commitments is blogging daily.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that we use video marketing, and obviously that's where Dion saw me. And most of the people, if you're on my list, if you're in my team, most likely you would have seen me in a video. And Dion was talking about particular videos that Declan and I do, because we target a particular keyword, and this is something you'll learn when you're in the business and the training. Keyword, and people already looking for what we have to offer. We just get in front of that traffic. And when you learn how to do that, you will sometimes hear people talking about money on demand, having a cash machine. They're not lying when they say that you can set up your own cash machine. If you get the right content out there, and blogging daily is just really about getting content out there. A blog is one way of getting content out there. And it's not enough to just write a blog, because you have to share it, you have to market it. So that's the main thing. That's the main reason I got started with Empower, because I was interested in marketing I knew that I had to learn about marketing. And when I came across the Inner Circle audios, I mean, it's thousands and thousands of pounds, because I'm in the UK, dollars for other people. I'm so used to dollars, actually.
You pull yourself up about that. Right now, we've got an entirely British audience.
Except South Africa. Leon's from South Africa. So it's rand, isn't it?
Thousands of rand.
Rands, that's rands. And
a lot.
Yeah, so it's all about getting. I mean, that's what the thing is, when you team up with people, and this is the thing about having a mentor, having a sponsor, is that whatever they're doing that's working, why not do what they're doing?
Yeah,
I agree. If it's working, and you know what happens, and I've done it because I've been with other companies, and I hear that some of you have been with other companies. I've been with other companies, and what did I do? I tried to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
They're telling me to do one thing, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, well I know better, and I'm going to do this. It never works. So I've learned my lesson, and the thing is to find one or two strategies and be consistent. Consistency is not doing it every day for a week. Consistency is not doing it every day for 2 weeks or even a month. You know, when I have my new member coaching sessions with people, I ask for a commitment of 12 months. Why do I ask for a commitment for 12 months? Because it takes a bit of time to get traction on your business to then start to see results.
And likewise, I mean, if anybody's joining, if anybody's starting off an offline business, then you're not going to go to your bank managers like saying, well, you know, I want to get this shop off the ground, and you know, I'm going to give it 6 to 9 months. You know, what do you say? The bank manager's going to go, yeah, sure, here, it's £10,000 to get your business going. Yeah, you know, 9 months is more than enough to find out if it's going to work for you or not, really. No, I mean, what Sonia's saying is exactly right. We both send out the same kind of we do two things really. One is we send a questionnaire asking what people's expectations are of the business, and that way we can get a good gauge as to whether they're. I'll refer back also to something Sonia said, whether they're all in or not. Now, all in doesn't always just have to apply to all the products. You've got to be all in with the products, but you've got to be all in mentally as well. That's the most important thing. If you went in to see your bank manager to try and get a loan for an offline business, and he suspected that you weren't all in mentally, the chances are you'd walk out there without that loan, because you've got to be all in to absolutely commit yourself to your business and to do whatever it can take. So Sonia and myself, we both go through this process of finding out if people are all in mentally and to commit to, you know, to that 12-month period, because if you're not going to prepare to do that, you're not serious about building a business which is going to be around for a while to come. You're looking for a sticking plaster solution to a big problem, and it's just not going to work. So sorry if I've jumped in on top of you there, Tommy, but
that's great, Declan, because I think that I started saying all in and I didn't sort of follow through, so thank you for that. And I think one of the things that sometimes people, when they hear the all in and they're going through the videos, they're thinking, oh, I've got to buy all the products now. Now, that's not what we're saying. What those videos are doing is actually showing you what we have, the whole product range, and letting you know that having all the products means that in terms of your income potential is that much higher. Now, you know, the blogging platform, $25. Oh, the blogging platform, $25. So it's a subscription, 70% commission to get on that, and the high end, the biggest product we have, which is it's the Mass Influence, absolutely fantastic in terms of communication skills. And actually, I don't know if you've seen it, Colin, but it's in terms of communication and all that, fantastic product. But that's sort of 3,500. That's the top end. Now, when I first got started, $25. I got started then, and I thought, well, I'm not going to get all the other products. You know, I'm just going to stick with this. as I went along and learnt more about how you market online, how you build a business online, I started to understand this thing about low ticket, high ticket sales. And what I started to understand was that the people that were making the big figures online, they weren't making the big figures selling a $25 product to hundreds and hundreds of people, because that takes work. What they were doing is that they're selling high ticket products, because if your income goal is $10,000 per month, and most of the people I speak to, that's the figure that people have, and that's the figure that we start with people, get you to $10,000. Well, the reality is you would need to make a lot of $25 sales to get to $10,000 a month. However, with the top high ticket products, you only have to make a few sales. Now, that's not to put people off in terms of saying, well, I'll never get there. Well, I started at the $25, and a lot of people start there, and I just got to the all-in as fast as I could with the means that I had. But I got all in here first because I understood that's where I needed to be for my business to actually sort of to take off. And I just had a message from Colin a little while ago saying that I'm on the leaderboards. And one of the reasons that I'm on the leaderboards is because I am all in. I have followed I do follow the 8 core commitments, but I have been building, building my business over time and following people, following, learning, doing, and then teaching. Which is, if you've just getting started, sometimes people say, well, I haven't got results. What do I blog about? So here's the big thing. What do I blog about? I haven't got results. Well, even if you've set up your very first blog ever, that's a result. If you've got a blog post and you've shared it, you've syndicated it, you shared it on social media, and somebody's commented on your blog, that's a result. If you've had some traffic, and there's ways of measuring how many visitors you have to your blog, then that's a result, and that's something that you can share, because you've actually had to learn something for you and then implement it to have got that result. And there are people out there that haven't even got to the first step yet, and they want to know that actually it's something that they can do. So this is sort of going back with the all-in thing. But yeah, and that's it. So blogging is, especially if you're starting, I think the other thing is, if you can't get to the all-in level, the thing about blogging is that you're doing that daily. You're building your brand, you're building your list, and your list is golden. Your list is where the gold is, isn't it, Declan?
Yep, gold dust, absolutely untapped resource. And in fact, we do a sort of a follow-up series kind of thing, where we do a whole series of videos, and one of them is on mistakes that people commonly make when they join a business. And one of those mistakes, which both Sonia and myself made in the early stages, and a lot of people make time and time again, especially affiliate marketers, is not building your list. Now, a lot of people that might start off selling, $7 products, $19 products, and just go from one affiliate launch to the next. Yes, you can make some good money out of that, but you're really losing out on the solid gold by not actually capitalizing on that and capturing those emails and building up your list. Now, an offline version of that would be, I'm sure many of you have seen, if you go into a restaurant, if you've got a savvy owner there, you might have a big bowl, and it says, there's a raffle if you leave your, or there's a prize if you leave me your business card, or if you leave me your email address. Why does he do that? Because that is building up his own little pot of gold, and he can email people with offers to do with the restaurant and to promote his business that way. And in the same way, that's how you build up your list in the online world. You can build it up by knowing how you can contact people and keeping them informed on the value that you're offering them. Now, it's a fact that the average person needs to be exposed to your offer and what you're presenting, the solution that you're offering to their problem, 7 times before they'll actually take you up on that offer. That those that come through to your offer straight away from having seen it to buying your product are in the minority. The average person takes about 7. So if you don't have that email address, how are you going to be getting in contact with them again? So list building is absolutely core number 1 towards building a scalable business and a business which is going to be around for years to come. So 100% Sonia.
Okay. I wonder if anybody else on the panel wants to add anything, you want to say anything or ask a question.
Steve,
Yes.
anything? You're muted.
Yes, I would like to ask a question.
Yes, I just unmuted. Probably just a bit about what you were saying, Sonia, about reinventing the wheel. I think I might have been doing that a bit lately, so something to watch out, really. That's just the one bit I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Easy enough to do.
I think so many people do it, and I know that I've a number of times I've had to just go back to basics and say, right, what is it that I've been told that I need to do? And one of the things that really taught me that a great product, the Top Producer formula that we have, it was that product for me that really got me to understand what it is that I need to be doing. And one of the things that it's taught me is about, one of the things that we have is make 2 sales a day. If you're able to make 2 sales a day in your business, then your business will grow and grow exponentially. And so once I understood that and I followed the training and focused on making 2 sales a day, that's when my business really kind of took off. And I'm definitely averaging, I get between 1 and 2 sales a day. So obviously over this last week I've had probably one sale a day, and there's been a couple of days when I've had 2 sales. So that is definitely something that I've implemented, and it's working for me just because I listened to the training and I implemented it. And one of the things, in actual fact, from that training is doing something like this, which is a hangout, a weekly hangout. It's a way of actually getting in front of people who are looking at what you want, and they want to make sure that you're a real person. We're real people, and when I say that we're not people from Fiverr, some of you on my list will definitely understand what I'm saying, because that's something I say in my videos.
Can I make a point? Can I make a point there? Just to come in, Sonia, because I was listening to one of the Inner Circle audios, and it's a long one. I think it's a 5-hour one on the revolution. Is that right? The coming revolution, something like that. I think it's called. But on it, it's Dave Wood. He talks about, you know what? It's gone. What I was going to. Sorry, what did you say? It's just gone.
That's what happened.
I don't believe it. We were just talking about something. I made a note, and it's just gone. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, it'll come back to you, I'm sure.
Okay, all right. There was a couple of things though, but there's a couple of things. First of all, when I joined Empower, it was because I wanted to use Empower as a means of promoting my Jeunesse business. What I found was that, boy, the products for Empower were just so compelling, and what I was learning I could just use with Empower alone. And I thought, nah, I need a focus. I couldn't really take it. You can do it, but I just needed a focus. And I thought, I'll focus on Empower Network. I love blogging. I love the whole internet thing. You know, the Jeunesse business, it's a great business, but for me, nah. So I thought I'd do it. So that's my focus now, is really to promote and use Empower Network products. And again, you were talking also about, you know, making the investments. Now I'm not all in as yet, but that's certainly something that I'm looking to do. what Angela Carter said to me. She said, "Okay, you've bought the $25 product. Now we're going to go on a journey, and the first thing you do is you buy the Inner Circle audios." So I thought, oh, I got to make an investment. I got to spend some money, and I thought, all right, this lady has got results. She knows what she's doing. Let me follow what she's doing. So I bought the Inner Circle audios, made a subscription, and I tell you what, I was so surprised and very, very pleased that I did make that investment, because it is an investment. And listening to those Inner Circle audios every day will really motivate you to do your business, because that's what it is. One of the Inner Circle audios is about treating your business as a business. I think it's by Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
He does a really good job on this one, about treating your business as a business and not like a hobby. He really tells it like it is, and he tells you, stop messing about. This is about your family's future and your future, and as long as you treat it like a hobby, where you do a little bit here and you're just spending money and you're not making any return, then nothing will happen for you. But when you follow the system and you follow the leaders who are all successful, you too will be successful. And he really does preach it. Hallelujah. So,
Yes.
so yeah, go for it. Just brilliant.
You wanted to say something, Dion. I think you.
Yes, I actually wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
My wife, she actually wants to join. I just wanted to ask, is it possible for a couple, husband and wife, to join in the same household?
Yeah, it's your business. So you join it, it's your business. You run your business how you want to run your business. Your business.
Oh. Okay, because I see he is busy now, signing up.
Yeah. Oh.
I just wanted to know.
The great thing to do is, if you look around and if you're listening to the Inner Circle, there are quite a few couples, and what's happened is one couple will start, one of the couple will start, and the other one will be looking in from the outside, sort of thinking, okay, will this work? And often what happens is the second half joins when they see the first half actually getting results. But obviously some people join at the same time. But from what I can see, yes, it's your business. So if you want to run it as a couple, then that's how you do it. And as you know, with the blogging platform, you have 3 blogs. So in actual fact, you could have a blog each and do blogging. But even with one blog, there's the option for you to having 2 authors. So there can be 2 authors assigned to a blog. But, you can talk to me about that more if you want to, no problem.
Okay, I will do so.
I actually have a question for Dion. Dion?
Yes, Colin?
Yeah, you mentioned that you have a number of subscribers.
Yes.
Is it what for Empower?
Actually, that subscribers that I have, it is actually subscribers that I have, also with another email marketing.
Okay.
Which I actually pulled in. I actually added all the contacts into my GetResponse program. So I do get some feedbacks. I do get some clicks. I do get some results on it. But there is quite a few that are getting, the links where it says bad emails or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I believe there is a program which you can use to check out the bad and the good emails. But unfortunately, I don't have the money for that yet. I'm going to invest in that one day. I'm going to invest in that, so I can only have my good emails. So okay. I don't want to get stuck with bad emails.
if you can talk to me about that, Dion, about emails, because one of the things that I'm able to do is to go in and can sort of cleanse my emails. So that's something I can talk to you about very happily. But just something to say about emails, and sort of maybe going back to the subject of blogging. Blogging is a great way of building your list. Because it's a long-term strategy, unlike sort of paid marketing. And if you paid marketing, we're talking about sort of pay-per-click, we're talking about Bing advertising, we're talking about solo ads where you actually pay and and it's cold traffic that you get in, so people that don't know you. But the great thing about building a list using a blog is that if people are coming to your blog and reading your content, they're actually getting to know you. And what will happen is that as your blog builds up over time and Google sees it and it kind of starts to raise through the search engines. One of the things about having a Kalatu blog is that it's seen as an authority blog, and that actually people are creating blog posts and they're getting to the first page of Google very quickly. So that's one of the advantages that you have with a Kalatu blog, because it is really, really set up for the business owner and really, really set up for affiliate marketers. Now, one of the things is that about building a list, and obviously you get people go to your blog. It's either they'll join up to go on your mailing list, and so you might have a sort of a little form on there, or maybe they'll click on a banner ad because you have particular offers. The most important thing that you need to do is in your email marketing. So I think for all of us, I know that Declan and I over recently, once you start getting your leads coming in, so people are liking what you're offering and they're willing to give you their email address. Email marketing is something that you really, really have to master.
You've got to have. You've got to have. Sonia and myself, we're working extensively on our email follow-up list, because that's where you can lose so many of the people that you've worked so hard to get those leads. And each lead is really, really valuable. And if you don't have the correct way of relating to those leads, as to what I was referring to earlier, it takes the average person 7 times to see your offer and to find out that A, you're genuine, B, you're offering value, C, you have a genuine solution to their problem. They'll just go away. There's far many people competing for their attention, and so we have placed tremendous importance on our email follow-up list, and we change it and tweak it every so often. Actually, Sonia's the chief tweak officer, but I'm not. So if it's not working, we'll change it around, and definitely email follow-up is so important.
Yeah, and we can offer a bonus. The great thing about doing these hangouts is, once we're talking, we can think about bonuses that we can offer. So, I mean, if you're sort of sitting on the fence still and you're thinking about whether or not to get in, I mean, one of the things, of course, whether you're watching this because you're on one of our lists. And you're a person, because when we talk about leads, these are people, and that's why email marketing is so important, because we're talking about this know, like, and trust, because through the emails we can get to know people and through our messages. Now, if you decide to join, obviously to join my team, and the same with Declan as well, is that one of the things that I offer to people that join me is an email campaign. So it's something that I've worked on and tweaked and stuff, as Declan has said, because it's so difficult when you start building your list. What do I put in my emails? What do I say to people, especially those first few days? So in my email campaign, I've got 11 emails I've got already set up. So one of the things that I can definitely do with people that are growing up with me is that I will give you that campaign, that email follow-up campaign, to put into your actual Get Response, and that Get Response I say because that's the one we recommend, that's the one that we use. So Dion, if you know, as a member of my team, it's definitely something that I can give you. That my whole email campaign, and all you have to do is change out the links in there for you, and it will say that's hours of work that I've done, that I put in. You know, I've done the training. So the training's in the Inner Circle. I think I've already said there's Inner Circle training. The email marketing training within the Inner Circle is absolutely fantastic as well. And so I've used some of the training in there. Tracy Walker, who is our millionaire mentor, again, I've sort of used the stuff that she's taught us, and I've created an 11 email campaign follow-up sequence, including a survey in there. So it's those kind of things that actually will save you time, and that's something that I can offer to people that join.
I was just about to say that, guys, for those of you that are wondering about, about these follow-ups, we have modelled this follow-up on what's being used and what's being taught and what's being shown by a millionaire. Okay, so the head of our larger team, which is the Dream Team, is the first female millionaire in Empower Network, and so it works. It's simple as that. So if it's not sufficient that Sonia and myself are getting success from it, this is part of the amazing training and teaching that you get as part of Empower Network, and further to that, what you get as part of the Dream Team as well. So all of us here on the panel, we are all Dream Team UK. Spreading the word all across the Atlantic, but it's based on the teachings of what's working. So really, it's the best, the bee's knees, as they say.
Mustn't forget Dion, who is not in the UK.
Dream Team South Africa.
Oh, wonderful!
Right. It's I'm just checking the time, and
we started about 15, isn't it? Didn't we? So
yeah.
I still have to get up tomorrow morning to go to work.
Not
tomorrow morning, this morning.
12 over there for you, Dion?
Yes.
Ah.
I have to say, Colin, Dion, and Steve, it's been really great having you join us on our hangout tonight. It's lovely just having a few people up here and a little bit of interaction. That's great.
Yeah.
And we've just met you, haven't we? Really. And and I think that's the great thing about this business. We're here, we're talking with each other, but we're in different countries, different parts of the UK, but we can get together like this and talk and share stuff and learn things as well, which is great. So I think we're sort of coming to the end. As I just said, that anybody that links up with me, wants to join me, obviously I'm talking about my email campaign. That will be something that I'll give out. But
same applies to my guys. Any of you that are on my list that you're watching, it goes without saying that it's basically a Sonia and Declan bonus, because it's worth its weight in gold. Because if you're losing people because you're not getting them the right message at the time they need to hear it, then we're here to do whatever we can to get you those small successes that lead on to the big victories, and so that goes clearly for me as well.
Yes, and I mean both Declan and I within the company, we've both been on the leaderboards, both getting results in terms of sales, and so what we're doing is working, and obviously we want you to get results as well. That's the whole purpose of us being here. I like Declan, I have a teaching background as well, and Colin, and so one of the things that we love doing is learning, but sharing what we learn solely for the purpose of helping people to actually get the results that they want. And whether you want to, you might enjoy your job. I enjoy my job, but it's not going to give me the future that I want. I want to be able to retire early. You know, whether you're a mother who wants to stay at home with your kids, whether you want to travel more. Orlando is coming in October. You know, so whatever. I've got a frog now. Whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is, this is a vehicle, and we're here to support you in getting there.
You've got some water there, Sonia.
So can I just ask, just to confirm the dates for the Orlando seminar conference?
They're in the Empower back office there, Colin.
Okay.
Just log in. That's the first thing you see.
Yep.
Everything's there that you need to see, Colin.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
I don't know what they are off the top of my head, so I can't say. But it's the first thing that you see as soon as you log in.
Sure.
They did warn about the hotel, so get yourself booked in if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last week in
October.
Half-term week.
Brilliant. That was my question.
Half-term week.
23rd to the 25th of October. 23rd to the 25th. Excellent.
Yeah, good.
That is a good weekend.
Okay.
Half-term week. Brilliant.
Shall we move towards a wrap up? Because guys, we generally try and keep these to an hour, but sometimes we spill over if we have an extra little bit of some goodies to share with you. And I think bonuses definitely qualify as goodies, so that's why we've gone slightly over our hour this evening. But hopefully we might have one or two more. Dream Team UK on the panel next week. Just people that are producing the results, and Danny Gray was supposed to be joining us today. In fact, he's been I don't know if he's ill or whatever, but he's been seeing all my messages on Facebook, and he actually messaged me at 8 o'clock saying, yeah, I'll be on. Do you want to? But something has. Something's obviously got in the way. So anyway, hopefully we'll have Danny on the panel next week. So basically, Steve, thanks so much for joining us this week. If you can make it next week, it'd be fantastic if you could. Colin, likewise. And so in the true tradition of the two Ronnies, it's good night from me and...
Good night from him.
And guys, if you in America haven't got a clue what we're talking about, there's an amazing show called Morecambe and Wise, and they always finish it from one says, and it's good night from me, and it's good night from him.
Okay. See you later. Going offline.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.